At the end of the day, people can say a lot of things about us, and they'll all be true. But nothing is more true than the fact that we be burning, not concerning what nobody wanna say. Welcome to Soft Launch, episode 30! Yeah, we made it.
We've done it.
Flirty, dirty, 30 with the kids. I am JC Mendoza.
I am Samantha Santos.
And welcome to Soft Launch. This is our 30th episode. We can't believe we made it this far.
We cannot.
Honestly, when I started, numbers were never even in my head for how many episodes we were going to do. But it feels nice to get to a big milestone.
It does. 30 is a lot.
Yeah. I was with you on my 30th birthday.
You were.
Yes, and now I'm with you for this 30th episode.
You were not with me for my 30th birthday.
No, I was in a whole different space.
Yeah, but Monroe was.
Yeah,
and she's now on the 30th episode, but you can't see her. But she is licking the holes in my jeans.
Yeah.
So
And she's not going to be the only one licking holes tonight.
Yeah!
And that's just what it is, because we promised you guys a drunk episode. Here with us, we have some homemade mezcal margaritas.
Yes, spicy mezcal margaritas. Made by my bubba.
Yeah, and collaborated with Samantha Santos, you know what I mean? So a little sip for everybody at home.
It is really good. I would pay for that.
I hope when you guys are listening to this on your way to work or at the lab, in the gym, that you know that we're here on a Sunday night at 10 p.m. getting
wasted, because it's the way Martin Luther King dreamt it.
That's the way, that was his dream. And we're also celebrating, because we're gonna jump right into our first segment, and it is a celebration. It's something that you guys have been waiting to hear about, and I'm gonna let Samantha say it. But first, the segment is called One Thing About We.
And I am now unemployed.
Yeah, it's fucking lit, son. I've never been so excited to be with a broke bitch in my life.
Yes,
son.
I am unemployed, but I will be employed. I will be employed in a month. But I just got a month of free time with my baby.
Yeah.
Not by choice. I'm freaking out, but I'm having a couple of drinks. And I feel good.
You went to the doctor's office?
I went to the doctor's office and I came out with a job. I was positive for a job.
Oh my God, miss. Your blood work, it's really dangerous. You are gainfully employed.
Yeah, I can actually go to the doctor now. I'm going to have health insurance.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. This was heavy on the applause today, man.
Yeah. I mean, that was a quick one, but that's fine. But yeah, I am. My baby's gonna take care of me for a month.
Yes.
And I'm just gotta put in that work. So if I'm licking holes, I'm gonna have to lick his asshole tonight.
Yeah, and that's just what it's gonna have to be. And honestly, long overdue. You've been using this little job thing that you have as an excuse to not fulfill your whorely duties.
What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. Change that up.
Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, it's not true. One thing about me, my baby can't keep up with me.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. And when I do, it doesn't last long.
That's not true.
I don't know. We'll just cut all that out. Because we're a couple crazy. We're on it. We're on it tonight, man. I've had a couple sips, and we had brunch this morning.
We did. We did a drag show today, and JC had his first Bloody Mary.
Yo, them shits is ass, boy. Oh my God. And when you look at the recipe for a Bloody Mary, it makes sense that it's so fucking terrible. It's tomato juice, bro.
Yeah, it's tomato juice.
That shit is ass.
It's
Why
delicious.
do people get
and like
that?
Old Bay, I think.
Old Bay belongs on food, not in drinks.
I think there's hot sauce in there, and
that shit was ass.
When you were like, yeah, I'll have one too, I was like, you're gonna regret this. I knew you weren't gonna like it, as I love a Bloody Mary, but it is an acquired taste.
Yeah.
And then JC took his first sip, then he was just immediately like, he's like, what is
It's
that?
not strong. It's just ass. It's a bad tasting drink. And they call it Bloody Mary because that's what you're fucking going to be screaming after you taste it. It's Bloody Mary. This is awful.
I love a Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
But we had I had a couple Bloody Marys because I had to drink JC's. He's a little bitch.
Oh.
And then, I had a little mezcal.
Yeah.
And then he had one mimosa. And then I just came home and I went to sleep.
Yeah.
Because I don't have it in me.
Samantha, we were on our way home and it was 5 p.m. and Samantha was like, "Oh, what a long day."
I was like, "Oh my God, I'm falling asleep on the bus."
Yeah. You can't handle alcohol anymore. So honestly, around minute 42, Samantha's gonna go to sleep and it's just gonna be me and you guys, and I'm just gonna be telling you how I really feel about things.
Yeah. And my favorite thing is that JC thinks he's gonna fuck tonight, but he's having one drink. That means his dick doesn't work.
All right, let's start a poll here in the comments. We're very early, but drop in the comments if you think that Samantha and I are going to be if you think that I'm going to be able to complete a sexual activity tonight, let us know in the comments. We're about like 6 to 8 minutes in, And we'll let you know as soon as next episode starts. The first thing I'll tell you on episode 31 is if Samantha and I had sex tonight or not.
Yeah.
And I want to.
So do I.
I'm warmed up.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
You were trying to do it this morning. I've been trying to go to a show.
Yeah, I've been trying to do it since I woke up.
Yeah. Shout out to your dad.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to my dad. Dad, if you're listening, fucking send a little pill emoji, because that's what your son's gonna need soon. A couple pills to get it on.
Yeah. One thing about us, we have one in the drawer.
Oh, we do have a Viagra in the drawer. We bought one when we went to Tulum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, and what an ambitious vision of our life I had that night.
And then we just fell asleep in our outfits. We also have lube in the drawer. So, if you want to get pegged, let me know. Don't need your dick to be hard for that.
I don't know why you have both of those things next to each other. Imagine Samantha's the one that pops the Viagra. Just strap me up.
I wonder if that works.
If you take a Viagra?
I don't know, because I remember my
it'll
friend
work
used
if your
to,
goal is a fucking heart attack.
No. I because my friend used to sell Cialis legally.
Who did he?
Okay, I didn't want to say the name, but people would say like the girls would take it and they would get extra horny, but I don't know if that was just things people were saying.
I don't know. If you've ever taken Cialis and you're part of the female community, let us know if it's ever horned you up, and also let us know why. Let us know why you do something like that. Why would you take a penis pill? Because
maybe people don't get horny.
Yeah, but I don't think it's for women at all.
It isn't supposed to be for women.
So that's the why. That's why I'm like, why would you take it?
Yeah, I don't
know.
Yeah, someone had to take it. Someone had to take it for the first time and be like, "Oh, this actually works for us." But why did they do it? Is the question.
Imagine Cialis would work well with women, and then men should just be taking female birth control.
Well, you should.
Why?
I don't know. Just so you know, birth control is really a nightmare.
Yeah, that's what they say.
And I just kind of want you guys to understand what it feels like to be on it.
Yeah.
It's just you don't know why you're pissed, but you're pissed.
Yeah.
You wake up and you're like, I'm gonna kill someone today.
I always figure that like whenever a woman is upset, it's not period related, it's not birth control related. You just wake up and you're realizing that you're making 70 cents on the dollar.
Yeah,
it just puts you in a bad mood.
Yeah. Just can't go for a walk without the threat of somebody killing you.
Yeah. For you, I would be, if I woke up next to somebody who could physically dominate me in every single way, every ounce of the day, no matter what happened, I'd be a little annoyed.
Are you referring to yourself?
To you and I directly. Samantha, I would fuck you up. I would fuck you up. And judge, when this domestic violence case gets to you, know that I should be in jail.
No, I really feel like me and you we could shoot a fair
Samantha,
one.
We should shoot it. We should shoot the fair one as content so everybody can see me wash your shit up.
I really think I feel in my bones that
look at your stuttering because you don't even believe what you're saying.
No, I don't think I would win, but I think I'd put up a good fight.
What's a good fight?
Like I'd get a couple punches in. I feel like you would definitely have a black eye. You would have a black eye.
They would be delicious. I would eat them like I eat everything else up about you.
Yes. Should we turn this off and get to it?
But yeah, man, we're talking so recklessly and spicily about things we're going to do to each other because Samantha's about to get health insurance, and whatever happens, we can go to a doctor and fix it.
Yeah!
As long as it's after March 1st.
Yeah, like it's taken care of, and then 9 months later, I'm like, surprise.
Yeah,
just a baby.
But no, for real, Samantha.
I have a new job.
Got a new job. She got the position that she's been interviewing for what feels like
16 years.
Yeah, because this is not the first time you've interviewed with this space.
No, so I guess now I can talk about it.
Yeah, go ahead. Let me know.
So I interviewed. I think we did last week.
I'm sure we did, but give them a recap.
Okay, so I interviewed for a job. I did about 37 interviews, and then they were like, "Hey, no thanks."
Yeah, you did 4 for the first one.
Yeah,
and they were making you call out in the middle of the day.
Yeah. To go to these things, and then they didn't choose me, and I was pissed, and I was in such a low space.
Yeah.
And then just a couple weeks later, they called me back.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Actually, we have something better for you. It's more money, and it's less responsibility.
Crazy.
How do you like it?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." But they still made me
work.
Yeah, and then they still made me meet 4 times with some of the same people. Mm-hmm. But whatever, I love them. Oh my god, my new team. But yeah, I had to interview, and then I got the job. And now I will be working from home most days.
Yes,
I will only be in the office 2 days a week, which is a blessing. And just me and my baby get to spend time together.
I know.
So content coming, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Also, JC was producer of this podcast, but now I think I got to pick up some slack, and I'm pissed about it.
I was doing a lot
You're
for the
doing
pod.
all of it.
All of it.
I mean, I'm doing the most on the show.
You
carrying the podcast.
You actually stink on this show.
I'm the best.
Yeah, you are. You're pretty cool. But yeah, no, I have been, but I've had the time. You know, I've had more time to do it, and now I'm excited to see what it's gonna look like when we both have time. Because I can do some clips, you can do some clips. It's gonna be a lot of fun, more content. Yeah, and you're not going to. As long as you fucking cook, start doing some dishes.
I do the dishes all the time for you.
Start doing some more dishes now because you're not working. You got nothing else to do. And just sometimes when I wake up or when I go into the bedroom, it would just be nice if every once in a while you're just sitting there on your knees with your mouth open. Yeah, we're just having fun.
We're just having good times. The mezcal's kicking in.
Mezcal's kicking. You guys like the Coquito episode? Wait till you get the end of the Spicy Mark episode. Yeah. We're not even 15 minutes in.
First time we had a mezcal margarita together, we just fucked.
Yeah, that was our first date.
After knowing each other for a couple minutes. So just beware if this podcast looks like it cuts out and I come back a little disheveled. It's getting fucked.
Yeah, Samantha comes back a little disheveled. No, her puss got shoveled. And that's just what happened.
It's just what happened.
Yeah. But Samantha got a new job. Very happy for her. And you quit the old one.
Well, I put in my 2 weeks, and I didn't want to, but I did. I put in 2 weeks, and my boss was just like, "Hey,
you put in your 2 weeks." And you almost refused to send it.
Yeah. JC had to press
send. You were
send.
Miserable, and it almost caused a fight between us.
Yeah, and that was gonna be my second one thing about me.
Sorry.
My second one thing about so anyway, I tried to quit, and my boss was like, "You can leave now," and I was like, "Great," and I will. Yeah. So just Martin Luther King's dream, same as mine. Don't ever have to work. But no, so now I don't have a job. But also then I was super anxious, and go figure, and I was nervous, and JC went to the bathroom. And the one thing about JC is that he no longer believes in doors.
No.
So he consistently and always will shit with the door open.
Wide open.
And sometimes will ask me to lay on the bed so he can see me, and we have a conversation while he takes a shit.
Yeah.
So this day he's taking a shit. I'm on the couch after we sent the thing, and after now I'm no longer employed. Yeah. And I just still felt anxious, like a lot of emotion, because it happened so fast. Yeah. And I go to talk to him while he's sitting on the toilet.
Taking a shit, and
we got into about a 45-minute argument while you were just on the toilet bowl.
Yeah. I don't know. I know you guys have probably all argued before, but have you ever argued while both your legs were asleep?
We had a full argument, and you were literally on the bowl with your pants at your ankles the entire time. And there was a point where I almost started laughing.
No, this is insane. I know.
This is completely insane.
Yeah. You didn't let your foot off my neck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I couldn't. Because you were wrong.
Yeah, and let me say, I was also very eloquent while I was shitting. So I think I was doing well circumstances. I would love to see how you handle an argument when you're having a bowel movement, because you can't even talk about your bowel movements. God forbid you have to talk about your feelings while you were having one. While I was there, you would shut the fuck down.
Well, the one thing about me is I would close the door. You keep it open, so I'm going to talk.
Oh, yeah, because God forbid I want to spend time with you.
Okay, and we spend time.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Okay.
So open your mouth. What the fuck is he talking about?
What was I going to say? No, we got into an argument, and then there was a point where he said something and I just walked away. And he's like, "Well, I'm taking a shit." And I was like, "Oh, is that why you're saying that, or is it because you really feel this way?" And then I
did try to use taking a shit as an out, and I thought it was a legitimate out.
Yeah, wrong woman.
Yeah, wrong
woman.
What,
you new here?
She's like, "I don't care that your asshole's dirty. Your asshole's always dirty." What did you mean when you said that? No, man, because Samantha was still feeling anxious after it was done. She's like, "Oh, babe, I'm super nervous." I'm like. And I was like, and obviously this was wrong the way I expressed it, but I was like, about what? It's over now. It's done.
Yes,
there's nothing to be nervous about. We know what's gonna happen. Now you got some time off. I pay for the stuff. This is great. And he's like, "No, I'm just super anxious and nervous." I'm like, well, I don't know. Now, why? It's over.
Totally.
Yeah.
Don't want to rehash it.
Yeah.
Because I'm still upset.
Yeah. Are you really?
No. Oh. But I was nervous that night, and then I was over it.
Of course. And I was a little, and I was, my mistake is that I was over it first, and I can't be over your situation before you are, because I'm just gonna start being mean about it, and that was not your fault, and I'm sorry about that.
Say it louder.
I don't regret anything.
I was just wrong.
I can't even take a fucking shit in your own house without getting bombarded.
Yeah. Last week I was wrong, and this week you are wrong. Go figure.
Yeah. Well, most weeks I'm going to be wrong. So, it's just what it is. But the main point of the story is that Samantha has a new job.
I am free.
She starts at the top of February. So we're going to have a nice fucking chill ass January, and it's going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. I'm excited. Just don't count on a Valentine's Day gift. can't afford it.
Yeah.
Just gonna have to blow you.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to give me the same old pussy you gave me last year.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, my favorite. What?
I didn't like that joke.
I thought, but are you gonna? You're not gonna give me a different one? That's crazy.
No, I'm gonna give you this one. You're gonna like it.
That's what I just said.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah, you're a crazy person.
Yeah.
And
maybe you'll fuck me in the ass.
Jesus, what? I mean, yeah, you know, it's just funny because every time, we can just bleep this all out.
No.
All right.
I know what you're gonna say.
I'm just gonna say
too much.
No, I'm just gonna say it. We're not gonna leave it in, but I have to say it just so people know that it's been said.
Okay.
Every time you ask me.
No. No.
All right.
I guess we're back.
That's gonna be
back from that brief break where JC was about to share my secrets on a fucking podcast.
No, you want to be the new editor now, bitch. You got some work to do. No, but man, one thing about Samantha, new job, we feel very excited. And it feels like an honest end to a chapter because when I met Samantha, she had a job that she hated. She left that job. Didn't have one for a while, got a new job that you hated, and then moved from that job to another job that you hated.
Well, yeah, I think the things I don't always work. But no, the first job that I hated was that I was there for like 8 years, and it was just time for me to move on.
Yeah.
Because there was nowhere else for me to go, and it was just annoying being stuck in that position.
For sure.
And then the second job, just the guy was a nightmare.
Of course.
The guy was a fucking nightmare. And he was retiring, and he was just, everyone that I worked for, every time I would go to like a showing for this guy, anyone that was like, oh, you work for him?
Yeah.
God bless.
Yeah.
Everybody would tell me that, and I'd be like, oh, I guess. And then he remember he told me that I used poor language because I had a typo.
Yeah. I remember he was say what you want about that guy. He was sauced out. He was dripping. It was just insults flowing out of his body.
Yeah. He would just write things to people.
He was so smoothly disrespectful.
He would disrespect everybody. He would.
Anybody could get it.
Literally, he would go have huge arguments with brokers and then be like, my assistant won't come meet you. And I'm like, I don't want to. Yeah. And then I would have to go and they'd be like, your fucking boss sucks. And
he's a real piece of work, that guy.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah.
And then you went from him to
this woman,
just had. And she was nice. She tried her best, but at the end of the day, she was a running around.
I'm just happy to not have to hear her.
We're just gonna have to bleep all this out, unfortunately. We're just having fun. It's the margarita episode. It's episode 30. We're getting a little dirty.
Yeah.
But Samantha, new job, and I feel like it's the genuine closing of a chapter in your life because this is a struggle that I feel like you've had since I met you in terms of like your work-life balance. And obviously this one hasn't started yet, but on paper and with everything that they've told you about it, it's going to be the best balance you've had in your life.
I think it's going to be the best balance. The best balance I ever had was during the pandemic when I could work from home, and now I'm going to have an opportunity to do that again. I'm super excited
so I'm
about
super
it.
excited about that, and I'm excited for you, and I'm excited for us, and I'm excited for the pod and everybody listening.
Yeah, same.
All right, so that's been fun. And then, one thing about me, I'm very happy for Samantha. And one thing about me, honestly, it's been a fucking rough start to 2024 for the shows.
Yeah.
For the shows. I know we got a prompt last episode to talk about the ups and the downs of comedy.
Oh, yes.
And first 2 weeks of January, couple downs.
Yeah, a lot of bad shows.
A lot of bad shows. And I don't remember it being like this last year. I had a pretty good start to the year. But this year, I'm choosing to be more intentional about saying no to shows that I don't want to do. Doing less shows because last year I had a number that I wanted to hit. I wanted to hit 500 and I did, and I was happy about that. This year I'm focusing less on the quantity of shows and more on the quality and making sure they're good spots and paid spots and less hosting than I did last year. So I've been saying no to more shows, but that means I've been doing less shows. And the ones that I did for the first I want to say 12 days, they stunk. Every single. I didn't have a good show until Friday, really. Yeah, Thursday was good.
Both and it didn't even matter the venue. Like it could be a good place. It just the shows good really venue. Stunk.
Even if there was a bunch of people, it just wasn't. Good.
It wasn't. I mean, I've been feeling kind of the same way. I hadn't had a heater until really today. Yeah. Because we went to Stamford. Shout out to Shannon Fiedler. She had us feature for her at New York Comedy Club in Stamford, Connecticut. And
beautiful club.
A beautiful club. packed out, and they were fine, but they were like, they didn't like anything that wasn't like super
cookie cutter clean. Shannon Fiedler, funny girl, but she's like, she's a very white girl.
Yeah,
and she has a very like white proper Taylor Swift sense of humor.
Literally, her jokes are
that's
about
not even that's not even
a shade to her. That's just what she is.
Thing that she talks about.
So yeah, I don't think they were ready or prepared to hear some of the things that we were talking about. But for the most part, it was a good set. But it wasn't like the heater that I needed.
You know what's crazy? I feel like they were a fine crowd, and more than any subject matter that I talked about, I don't think anything offended them more than me saying, "Nah, I'm saying."
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Y'all feel me? Just me using any type of Ebonic vernacular.
Yeah, they were like, they held their purses close.
Yo, for real, dog. And I always say,
who let them into Stanford?
If Stanford's lovely, by the way.
Yeah, it's lovely. No, I'm saying, who let us into Stanford?
Yeah, it was just crazy. I was like, we're just having fun.
Yeah. It was definitely a little strange.
Yeah.
But it was fine. It was a good show.
A lot of fun.
But yeah, I feel like I'd say I feel the same way as you. I feel like the amount of shows I'm doing is fine, but just like it hasn't been good quality. And it haven't been in bad places. They've just been like the audience has just been really stinky.
And then for me, it changed Friday. I had a couple good ones.
Yeah, you had really good ones.
Really good ones. I can't wait to get those clips coming soon. And then Saturday we had a good day. And Saturday I was fucking in a mood.
Yeah, he was definitely in a mood.
I was in a mood, and I was jealous because Samantha was booked. She had 2 lined up, and I was like, I'm gonna kill myself. Because I'm a competitive guy, even with you. Yeah. Like, not in a hateful way. I'll never take anything from you. When I see you working and I'm not working, I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I want to work. So then I picked up 2 at the last minute, and I was very happy about it. So, the ups and downs of comedy is that everything in comedy we're learning comes in ebbs and flows.
Oof.
You're very, but like in December, I was booked heavy without really trying hard. Everybody was hitting me up. Everybody needed me. I was doing great shows. I was killing them. And then January came around, I was booked less, and I feel like all the people that needed me last month forgot about me this month. And that's just how it goes. Yeah. Especially in New York, there's so many comics. Like, you're going to get lost in the shuffle on the weekend.
I also feel like every month in the beginning of the month, because I think I said it on the podcast, the Stand has not booked me in months. So that was like a... like a set amount of shows, and that always felt good, but I haven't had that since October.
I know.
And but every beginning of the month I feel so much stress. I'm like, I'm not booked on anything. And then towards the end of the month, I'm like, I was booked 30 something times. So, you pick up stuff like even this weekend, like on the Saturday that you were saying, like I had 2. It's because it's something so different for me, but I reached out to people. I'm like, hey, I'm free. You need me to do anything? And they're like, yeah, absolutely. Host one show, spot on the other show. So, comedy it is really ebbs and flows, and they can go from fucking minute to minute because you had nothing, and then it was like 5:00, and you were pissed off, and you got picked up at like 5:30
for a 6:30 spot.
Yep. And just got the fuck out of the house, and thank God we were like showered and everything was ready, so you could just head the fuck out.
Yeah, but even if we weren't showered, you were gonna go
anyway. Yeah. Because one thing about JC doesn't care about cleaning his ass.
No, I was gonna go up there, dirty dick and everything, and it was gonna make me funnier because now I have a secret. Oh, the crowd doesn't know that I stink.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that smell? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, my balls.
This place is gross. We're in a basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But
great night last night. We actually had a great night last night.
We did.
Because we did.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
We did 2 shows each. Got done super early.
We were done
by like 9:30.
9:15.
Yeah. And then we just went out for some ramen.
We had a ramen. We had a date.
We had a date ramen and a couple beers. And
couple
then
brews.
A little drunk.
Yeah, a little drunk. Yeah, just stumbled out.
Yeah. And then we watched Click.
Yeah. Oh my God. What a great movie.
Click by Adam Sandler. Great movie, but a little insensitive if you watch it because there's a lot of references that they couldn't make today.
Yeah, just shitting on fat people.
But everybody.
Yeah, fat people,
women,
some Asians.
The whole
Asian
thing
jokes.
with his daughter having to wear a sweater was so weird the whole time.
Dated.
It's dated. Definitely a product of its time. I think it came out 2009.
2006, dude.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Definitely a product of its time, but. The moral of the story holds up.
Great, yeah, great movie.
Great movie. Yeah. It was a great movie. I was hysterical.
Hysterical, and she had seen it before. I hadn't seen it.
I mean, I haven't seen it since it came out.
I know.
So I didn't remember some. You were like, "What's happened?" I'm like, I don't even remember this part.
Yeah.
But great movie. And then we just went to bed.
Went to bed, slept in, and then had a 2:00 show.
Yeah.
Went over there and had a great time. And now we're here. We're doing a pod. It feels like these last 2 days, which for us it doesn't sound crazy to y'all, but for us, like we've had 2 back-to-back evenings where we're kind of just being regular people.
Yeah, which is kind of insane.
It's kind of nuts, and it's not like we're so different, but like comedy. The thing about comedy that I didn't realize was going to happen when I started was that it's gonna take all of my personal time or what I perceive to be my personal time, because comedy's work is everybody else's personal time.
Yeah.
It only exists if people are doing something with their leisure. You know what I'm saying? So our work is happening on everybody's leisure.
Yeah.
So I've missed a lot of like friends, like gatherings, like even my friends today, they got together and I just didn't register, so I couldn't go over there last minute. But yeah, I didn't realize that so much of my life was gonna be, you know, I carving out that personal time.
Yeah,
and it's been nice the last couple of days to not have had to work so hard to carve it out.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
just got done at kind of normal times.
Yeah, just kind of easy. It's really nice. That's I think the hard part about people like that are single in comedy, because it's hard to meet somebody, because like when they want to meet up, it's like, hey, I can't meet up after 5. That's like when shows are starting. So like I can't do that.
Yeah.
Unless you want to come to a show with me, and that's just not, you know.
Yeah, no, and that's just bad practice. Unless you're.
Yeah.
And that's going to stay in.
Yeah. I mean, he's not going to watch it.
Oh, he's not going to watch. And make no mistake, great comic, hilarious comic. Every time he comes to
bad bitch
with him.
Yeah.
And a different one.
Yeah.
And it was impressive the first 2 times. And then I'm like, oh, this boy is fucking a hole away in his heart. This boy is trying to feel something.
Yeah. This boy's yeah.
Who does this guy think That's funny. 2 funny guys crush a lot of puss.
They crush a lot of puss.
You can't go nowhere. You can't find no woman that likes comedy in the tri-state area that hasn't heard of touched one of their penises.
Yeah. And both of them we're gonna just bleep that out, but keep it in so they can read my lips.
Yeah, we're having fun. Samantha's gonna be editing this episode, and then she's gonna watch next week. She's gonna start being politically correct because she realizes how much work these bleeps are.
Yeah, I'm gonna start editing it next week.
Yeah, you
just need some time.
Yeah, you need some time, but you're not gonna have a job. So while I'm editing this, you're gonna have to blow me.
Yeah. I love that you act like you're gonna last as long as it takes to edit. Fuck out of here.
It takes a long time. But, you know, it's just going to be the thought.
Yeah. Oh, the editing. I was like...
To come. That's whole.
I was like, what are you saying?
Hey, I think I know a little bit better than you. Okay. Let's run. But, yeah, man. So, yeah, one thing about me, the beginning of the year was rough. Then I've had a couple good shows. I'm in a good little space now. Got some new jokes working. I'm very excited to work them out, and I'm very excited for y'all to come see them. And y'all can come see them on January 20th. This Saturday, when you guys see this episode, it's going to be Wednesday. So this Saturday, January 20th, 5 p.m. at the Stand.
Yes.
Soft Launch Live Comedy Show. We got a great show lined up. We got great comics, and Samantha and I will be hosting.
Yes.
We'll be taking your suggestions. We'll be doing a little bit of crowd work, a little bit of live podcasting. It's going to be so much fun.
It's really a fun show. You should definitely go. We're definitely not as wild as we are on the podcast.
No,
but
you can't bleep in real life.
Yeah,
and the people we talk about, it has direct repercussions on the place we work at.
Yeah, so we're not as wild, but it is still a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I highly recommend coming.
Yeah.
It's a really good. I think like if you've gone to comedy shows before, it's a different experience.
It is, and you guys should definitely come. Link is going to be in our bio.
Yes.
And come to that show. It's on Saturday.
Yes.
Come through. But yeah, that's the ebbs and flows of comedy has been really ebbing and flowing me very hard in the beginning of the month. But I love this game, man.
Yeah, me too.
I
wouldn't be doing anything else but this. I'm so excited. I literally saw a tweet the other day, someone being like, I need a hobby, I need something to do like after work. And I was like, I remember being there.
Yeah.
Being like, you know, this can't be life. You know, and now I'm like, oh, it gives your life if you try to find a passion.
Yeah, dog.
Like it really does give your life a whole new meaning.
And the craziest thing that time goes by fast, but it extends your day.
Yeah.
So much longer.
It also makes like doing like if you love your day job different.
Yeah.
But like if you're just working a day job and like the monotony of like 9 to 5 and like this is my day and this is every day for the rest of my life or until I can retire. Yeah. It does give like that doesn't feel as heavy when you know you have something else happening after. Like, I mean, granted, I would be stressed with my last job, but like just knowing that I can go out and do comedy and then like end my night on a good note rather than like, you know, just that being the end of it and then I'm sitting here watching TV. It's just not, you know, again,
even when the show is bad, it's still you still worked.
Yeah, and then you always end up having like the, you know, even if a show stinks, you had a good hang or you had like a good moment when somebody and then you're
saw
like
somebody else work.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, you know, it really does. I really highly recommend people looking for or finding their passion.
Yeah, man, it's a blast.
It really is.
It's a lot of motherfucking fun, and we're very lucky and blessed to have found it.
Yes,
especially with each other. And also, I want to call out the fact that if it looks like I'm fucking really rimming this cup. I love Tajín.
Yeah.
That's what this is called?
Tajín.
This shit is delicious. So, I'm sorry if it makes you guys uncomfortable, but I love it's so good. And I
don't think anyone would have noticed. But
I felt because I was fucking
yeah.
And I felt weird. But yeah, man.
Well, I felt wet.
Yeah. You know what it is. And it's fun. It's fun. It's good. And then with that's us. I don't think I had anything else to add.
I don't think so either. I'm trying to think.
And then we had a great date night last night. We did.
We talked about that.
And then I think with that, we're going to move into our next segment because we have a bunch of submissions that we got while we posted on the story where we were looking for topics. I have a couple. Samantha has a couple. And then we also got some, bless you, from the soft launch page. And we'll get into those now. Are those ISO booms? No, those are not.
That's what they saying.
That's what they saying.
Yes.
So we going to jump right into that segment. You want to go first?
Okay. Do you want to go from last week's or... What?
Let's go from this week and then work back.
Okay. Let me get to those.
God damn,
oh my
bitch.
goodness. I'm allergic to something. Okay. Okay, we'll start, I guess. Well, we have a bunch of people asking us, when you're gonna propose. And it's not me.
Yeah.
So
when you guys stop fucking asking, because every time you ask, it becomes less of a surprise, which it needs to be. So if you guys would just shut the fuck up and trust the vision, then I could actually surprise Samantha and make it nice.
Yeah. So just a couple people asked that, including your dad.
Yeah. Well, my dad
he wants to know where we're getting married and where we're going on honeymoon, and we should let him know because he's paying. No, just joking.
Yeah. No, it's funny because it's a good joke, but he is paying. He will.
No.
He'll pay and he'll just send a Venmo. He won't give us cash. He won't Zelle us. He'll Venmo me.
I love that.
And that'll be what it is.
And then we got who pays on the first date. And then do you want me to read what's in parentheses?
Who pays on the first date in general or who paid on the first date?
Who pays?
Yeah, all right.
And then it says, I just know JC insists on going Dutch. Well, first of all...
And what's wrong with the Dutch people?
One thing about JC is that he likes to play into a person that he's not. No. So he'll be on this podcast and be like, nah, it's okay. He paid for the first date.
I did.
He paid for every date. Yeah. Until I feel like for a really long time, until I was like, okay, I'll pay. Yeah. You just like to do this and you like to put on this thing. It's the same way that you'll be like, I don't even know what I'm doing when I'm having sex. I'm just trying to figure it out. It's like, stop it. It's exhausting. You don't have to be this person. You have to play into this role. So no, JC does believe in the guy paying first.
I believe whoever asks for the date, whoever asked the person out, pays. I don't think it's crazy to go Dutch. I don't personally do it. And I'll tell you, I don't personally go Dutch on the first date because it's very important to me to get pussy. Okay? But that being said, I respect guys who will put the principle of my time is just as valuable as your time, which is true. I respect guys who put that principle in front of the want for pussy.
I don't think it's anything to do with anyone's time. It's about being a man and there are different. Yeah.
What is that?
Being a man. Tell me for this date.
Tell me about being a man.
You tell me about being a man.
I can't.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
I think there is a thing. You're taking a woman on a date, make her feel special.
Yeah.
And fuck you. You make more money than us. So pay for this fucking date.
Yeah, but we're special too,
Yeah,
and
you are special. And we do different things too.
Right,
just because you paid on you pay doesn't mean we're not doing anything.
No, and I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I think we are well past that point in society where, just because you're a man, you pay for the first date.
Yeah, I think that's men saying that we're way past that. I have never met a woman that's like, I love going Dutch.
Yeah, nobody, but that's because you bitches is broke. You know what I'm saying?
And not by choice.
Yeah, well, maybe if
I don't got a job, I should shut my fucking mouth.
Yeah, maybe if you guys had a couple, if your brains were the size of ours. I'm just kidding. We're just being silly. But I think at this point in society, chivalry is not what it once was, and it shouldn't be, because chivalry is not always beneficial for women, because the chivalrous mindset is one that subjugates women.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that, of course, I think going Dutch is a bold move, especially if you're suggesting it. If she suggests it, you can allow it. But as a guy, I always recommend paying, because the chance of you having sex goes up, and that's what I know you want to do. We don't have to act coy around that. Yeah. But I think in principle, going half on a first date makes a lot of sense. I don't know you that well. You don't know me that well. And if I'm cool and you're cool, why am I the only one paying? I get it. But, I paid. Yeah. I paid.
And the only people that see the logic in what you're saying are men. You know what I mean? And it's just...
because this system of men paying for the date benefits women.
No, it isn't. It's not just a benefit. It's just a way to make somebody feel special. Like you're.
But what about me? Why can't I feel special? Why does you feeling special come at the expense of my dollar? I'm not saying that I don't understand it, but it's like I should feel special too. I like my a man's value. Like he should want to feel special at a date as well.
Yeah, and don't you when I've never met a guy, or I mean, I've obviously guys go on bad dates, but it's never like, oh my God. I've met like girls that are like, that was the worst date of my fucking life.
Yeah.
And I never really hear guys saying that. So it's like, you should be fucking paying because we're better at dates, first of all. And also literally the only people having this argument about men not paying are just men, and they're men that don't get pussy. Yeah. It's just what it is.
No, I mean, I like I said, I think it's very bold to offer Dutch on the first date. I think it's a crazy thing to do. I think you're just.
I've never have I ever. No guy has ever done that to me.
And not because I'm a baller, but just because I understand that women really like this. And if you don't want to fuck it up, you shouldn't. You don't want to upset this very delicate power balance between you getting pussy and you not getting pussy.
Yeah, the fact that it's just because you want pussy, it's not really looking good. You should want to do that because you should want to do that for a woman that you're asking on a date. Not because you want to have sex.
Okay, but first of all, that's what I said in the beginning. I said whoever asked the person on the date should be paying. There's times where I'm sure women have asked men on dates, and I'm sure those women have paid for the dates. I just think, like, I don't know. I think if you guys are both agreeing to go out with each other, like, that would be nice. I don't know. If there's not a pursuer and a reacher, I don't think it's crazy to suggest or to go Dutch on a first date. That being said, I don't do it, and I don't recommend it, but I don't think it's insane. I think it makes a lot of sense.
I don't think it makes any sense.
Well, of course not. And you don't have to because you didn't pay on our first date.
Yeah. Or on any first date I've ever been on.
Yeah, but you did crack that badussy open for me. So,
yeah,
that's what it is. And do I have to want to pay out of the goodness of my heart?
Yeah, not that like you shouldn't be like excited. Like I can't wait to pay for this date, but it should be like, of course I'm going to pay for this date.
Yeah, and I did, but it's like I pay because of course I would really prefer to have sex, but like I'm not going to make you have sex with me because I paid. I just realized that the
sex shouldn't even be something that shouldn't even be a part of the reason why
you're thinking about when you're dating.
Did I say that?
I'm asking.
I'm saying sex shouldn't be the reason why you're paying or not paying for a date. Because you're just being like, you just sitting here being like, I pay for the date so I can get pussy is not crazy.
So, but the chance goes up if you pay. And like the chance, it's not even the chance goes up if you pay.
I'm just
the
watching
chance
JC just literally.
I don't even think I'm saying anything that problematic. I think objectively, the chance doesn't go up when you pay, but if you don't pay, the chance definitely goes down.
Yeah, I think that's
and I think I not misspoke.
Yeah, I think it's the bare. I think it's the bare mins.
Yeah, it is. It's to
pay. I don't think that's
a wild move to not pay.
Yeah, I think it's the bare minimum. I do salute it. I think it's the bare minimum, and I don't think that anyone's like, oh, he paid for the date. Now I'm gonna fuck this guy.
Yes, I agree. And you shouldn't have to feel like that.
Yeah.
And that's not what that's not what I meant to portray. But I think
like Snooki right now. She's just got the poof.
Yeah, and I just saw, and Ron was out here kissing two cocktail waitresses. He put his face in two cocktail waitresses' breasts.
She's like, yeah, let's say breasts because we never say that word.
But yeah, you're right. I don't pay because I want it, but if I don't pay, I know it's probably not
never, or you're never gonna see this girl again.
Exactly.
Probably.
So it behooves you usually to pay if you're playing it safe.
We cleaned that up.
Yeah, you're right. Good call.
Yeah.
It definitely behooves you to pay, but I respect you if you don't because you're putting principle over the potential of you having sex with somebody, and that's a fucking baller move.
Yeah. When you were like a broke boy, did you still pay for dates?
Yeah, I just went on way less of them. I went on way less, but I also didn't like go on crazy dates, and I wasn't like no. There were times in my life where I was super broke, but those times I probably wasn't talking to anybody.
Yeah.
It's a crazy thing to do to take somebody on a date when you have.
Did you have a spot? Did you have like a date spot where you would take girls like the same spot?
I have. Yeah. I have. There's this place on Steinway called Brick Bar. That's the place that I took this girl that I was trying to get with, and we were having a good date. And then her ex pulled up and like made a whole scene. And I was terrified of that place. And then once I got out of that funk, I started taking multiple girls there to reconquer it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was my spot.
That's always, every time someone takes me on a date, I would always be like, I wonder if this is like his best spot.
Yeah, that's crazy. My man Chike, shout out to Chike. He used to have this spot. Well, not he used to have this spot. His spot used to be Dos Caminos.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I've been there a million times. Not with guys, but with work.
He used to call it his right hand layup. because that's like his go-to move. Like it's gonna be a bucket. If I take her to Dos Caminos, everybody knows me there. It's a bucket.
Yeah. That's so funny because Dos Caminos is not like a high-end
It's not
place.
a hot spot, but it's the right-hand layup.
They do make good margaritas.
Hey, they get the fucking job done.
Yeah.
But that was my spot, Brick Bar. I used to fuck around at Brick Bar. What about you?
No, I mean I don't usually choose a date.
Yeah. Oh, true. That's
so
true.
I go wherever. But anytime I've been somewhere, I'm always like, I wonder if this is.
I don't think I've ever taken you to any of my spots.
No. Yeah, because I think for our first date was a place that like we just found out about that day.
Shout out to Victor.
No, yeah, I don't think but every time someone would take me, I would always think that. But also for me, if I have like a spot with somebody, like I go to the spot, I don't ever go there again.
Yeah, that's a good rule of thumb.
Yeah, I'm like, because then I'm like, ew.
That was one of the weirdest parts about being a single guy who was like in the world trying to get with women, is that when something works once, it is like, I don't know if it's a male thing or if it's a human thing. It's like, okay, this has been successful. I should do it again if I want to be successful again. And then you do it again and it is successful again.
Yeah,
and it works, but then you're like, oh, this doesn't, for me, it was like, this doesn't feel good.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I'm just copy and pasting. I'm not building anything. Not that I need to build something, but like I felt cheap. I was like, oh no, I'm saying something that I've said before. I'm using a joke that I know works. Like using the same crowd work. Yeah, which I do on stage, and I don't feel great about it, but I know what makes a show good.
Yeah.
The same thing, I know what's gonna make a woman laugh.
I don't see anything wrong with that. Using the same spot.
It's not wrong, but it made me feel a little weird.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm just playing a game. There's nothing is at stake here because I'm not putting anything out.
Yeah.
I'm just doing what I think I should be, and for me, it was a weird place to be.
Yeah. I feel that.
Did you have any moves like that as a woman dating?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I ever. Honestly, it's so easy to be a woman.
Yeah,
like not dating. Like I feel, yeah. I don't know. For me, I did. I mean, not that it's easy to find a nice guy, but it's like I feel I feel like I don't have to do that much. I think I'm a pretty cool person. I'm like, I feel like if you're cool, we're gonna have a good conversation.
Yeah.
You just find out that there's not a lot of cool guys.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I feel that.
That was just dating. Really, I was like, oh my God, this is what everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
I remember having a conversation. I was still in a relationship before the pandemic.
Damn.
I was out with my friends for my friend Alice's birthday, and then me and David left, and he came here, and we had drinks. We just like kept drinking here. We were just like on the couch talking, and I was just like, oh my God, I just want to be single so badly.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, I just want to get out there. And he was like,
crazy thing to say while you're in a relationship.
Yeah, but I was being honest for the first time.
Yeah.
So I was like having this conversation with him, and then he was like, I think that you should do whatever you want to do, but he's like, I think you think that it's going to be great out there, and it's not so great.
I think you think it's going to be one way, but it's the other way.
Yeah, and I was literally at that time, I was like, I just want to fuck people.
Damn.
Like, that's what I was saying. I was like, I just want to get out there and like, I had like no passion and any romantic feelings in my last relationship. So I was like, I just want to get fucked.
Yeah, this is breaking my heart to hear.
No.
Yeah, you're a whore. No, I'm kidding, baby.
Yeah. Then the pandemic hit, and I was like, oh.
I was being honest, and I'm hiding it under the guise of comedy.
Are you?
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, but I remember David being like, you should do what you want to do, but also don't.
Don't come back here with your sad shit and act like I didn't fucking warn you.
Yeah. But yeah, then I started dating, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's so bad. I think it's significantly getting worse.
You think so?
Yeah, I just feel like, there's so many options. Yeah. And so like a guy never wants to
settle.
Settle.
Not even,
no,
and
or
not
just
settle
stop,
in the negative.
Stop doing what they do because it becomes a part of your day. Like
cut off all the every option.
I also just dating app becomes like social media. Mm-hmm. So it's like you get that, you wake up, you go on Instagram. People are waking up, getting on Hinge or whatever, and they don't stop because it's such they're creatures of habit. They keep doing it, and they're like, well, I had a good day with her, but who else is out there? Because it's literally you could be taking a shit swiping. So I just think that it becomes super hard. And
to be fair, I'd rather be taking a shit swiping than taking a shit arguing.
Yeah. So download it. Oh my God, do you remember that time we went to the beach and we were waiting online to get on the thing, and they were like, oh, you can download Bumble.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And then you had like set up an account, and I was like, oh, I think I already have an account. And you're like, you still have an account?
Yeah. That was during a relationship.
No, I didn't have an account. I just had I had the app still on my phone, but it wasn't like I had
Like you log, because we had to log into Bumble to get some free drink tickets or something like that. And then you log back in and Bumble's like, bitch, you back? Oh, let me guess, he wasn't the one. Oh, yeah. We got a couple 100 million for you.
Yeah. It's crazy that you never went on dating apps.
Never. Not never. When I was in, I went to Cupertino, where the Apple headquarters is. I worked for a couple weeks. I never met up with anybody, but I was out there for 2 weeks. And I was mad bored, and I just downloaded Tinder to talk to people. Like, I was like, oh, maybe I'll link up with somebody. But I'm not, that's never been the type of guy that I am. So I downloaded it, and I was just like, I was way too particular with who I swiped on.
Yeah.
What they teach you to do is just swipe on everybody.
Yeah.
It's a numbers game.
It's a numbers game.
It comes back. But I was like looking at everybody's profile, reading everything.
Oh my God, that was me.
And I would only swipe super judiciously.
Yeah. I all the time I would go in there if they were like, I wish I would have never swiped on you, but if someone was like, they didn't like smoking, I'd be like, not cigarettes, but weed. I'd be like, get out of here.
Yeah, all of that. So, but I never actually went on a dating app with the intention of meeting with somebody. And I never did it in New York. So I never had to, but I never did it while I was single. Like, okay, this is a thing that I'm going to use to, meet somebody.
Yeah.
Or meet a person that I could have sex with.
Yeah. Dating apps. Nightmare.
Can't imagine. I literally cannot imagine. Just because for me, the hardest part about it for me was like, if I get on there and I see somebody I know, I'm going to kill myself.
Oh, yeah, and you will.
And I couldn't get past that. And it's not like I was ever in I went through droughts, but, there's porn. I would just jerk off and then go to bed and then wake up and jerk off again. Like, it'd just be fine. I would jerk off way too much and I get desensitized sexually, but then it'd be fine.
Did that ever really happen?
I would, in my mid-20s, I was definitely jerking off way too much.
What is the most you've ever jerked off in a day?
In a day, well, shit, because you get to like 6 and then you just...
How are you even able to do that?
With no job and a lot of depression.
I'm just asking for a friend because I'm trying to get fucked twice in a day. And
because I was a fucking 24-year-old kid. My shit was just, there's no bounce back. There's no bounce back time. And also when you're masturbating, there's no pressure of having to be super hard the whole time. So I could just like chill. And if it went off for a little bit, it went off for a little bit. And I don't have to be like rock hard to bust. I can just kind of give up,
Oh, wow. You don't have to be rock hard to bust.
Not rock hard, no.
Huh. Interesting. You learn something new every day.
Yeah, but there's no, with you or with a partner, it's like, I want to do good. I want you to feel good. I want to be as hard as I can possibly be. But when it's just me, I don't have to do that. So it's just,
6 times in a day is
and I'm not defending it.
I'm not. It's crazy.
I was depressed for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely done the same. I've definitely done 6 times.
Oh, well, that's different because that makes you a slut.
No, by myself, I mean.
Oh, that makes you a sex miscreant.
You thought I was talking about a guy fucking me that many times?
I don't know. I was just saying.
No.
6 times in a day for you too? Well,
pandemic was a long time.
You probably go 10, 12, no? With the toy? More?
No, I'm saying I don't know how many times, but I'm saying 6 feels like a safe number.
Oh yeah, for you because you get in your moods and then you get insatiable. You no, don't roll your eyes. It happens. You have a good time, and then you're like, all right, so let's just do this forever. And I'm like, well, that's just not how this works. Yeah, and then your favorite thing to do is like, oh, come, and I'm like, all right, came, all right, let's go again. Oh, what? You shouldn't have. If that's what you wanted, you shouldn't have told me to finish.
Shut up.
Yeah, so I pay in the first date, and I recommend you do too. So you too. Can live like this. No, but that's a good one. What else we got?
Let's see. We got a couple other ones I think it was on our soft launch page. Mm-hmm. And then we have, just a story somebody told us. I once broke up with a girl right after Thanksgiving.
Right after Thanksgiving.
But I brought her leftovers though, so it's fine. Have you ever broke up with somebody? Well, I guess you only have one relationship.
I've also never broke up with somebody. I've never broke up with somebody, and I've never been the one to be like, we shouldn't do this anymore, ever in my life.
I've never gotten broken up with.
Come on, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
Just so desirable.
You know what I'm saying? But you've definitely dated people for long periods of time, no?
Yeah.
And like not official?
Yeah.
And when it was over, how did it end?
Gradual.
Just gradual not talk?
Lack of communication.
Oh, okay. So you just...
Just like it should be. Just like I drew it up.
You just never wanted to have the actual conversation.
That'd be horrible. I can't imagine. I would hate that.
But doesn't that make it linger longer?
Yeah, but for me in my life, it was so like the meetings were so few and far between that like it was once a month. You know, I was meeting up with people for the most part. It was never like 3-4 times a week.
Yeah, I mean, because how much could you give when you're jerking off 6 times a day?
And how much could I give when you have no job and you live with your grandmother?
Yeah, that's true.
You really gotta, cause I gotta go to work at Nike. I gotta make my little fucking $12.50 an hour for the whole month, and then be able to take you to a Hotel Tonight deal. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, that's right. We bonded over that.
That's when I really actually became uncomfortable with the fact that you were a little whore.
Did you get uncomfortable with that?
No, but it's funny because that was me, not during my whore phase, but like I was getting ass, and I was like I would do different hotels with different shorties because that's the only thing that I could do.
No, you can get some nice hotels on Hotel Tonight.
Great deals,
but like nice.
Hotel Tonight. How about you give us a sponsor?
Yeah, you should sponsor us because
use my promo code. It's still active.
No way!
Shout out to, I'm gonna blurb this out, but shout out to the home.
Is he the one who did it?
We used to swap that code back and forth, and
I never got a code.
Well, because you wasn't because your friends weren't whores. That's what it was.
No, yeah.
Me and my friends when we were single at the same time, be like, anybody got a Hotel Tonight code? Be like, enjoy 20% off.
That's crazy.
Shit was real in the streets.
I don't know how I found Hotel Tonight.
Yeah, dog.
And that shit was lit for me.
I was on Hotel Tonight. I didn't like that sexual flashback you just had. You said lit for me. I didn't like that. I didn't like it, but no, I was on Hotel Tonight heavy, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't heavy, but there was a period of my life where I was on there.
Yeah, I was on there way too often because I couldn't do it at home. My grandmother didn't even have, like, she was home. She was always in my business. She didn't even have dementia yet. Like, I needed to get out of the house.
Yeah, I remember like checking into one of the hotels and they'll be like, oh, actually the room that you booked, we don't have it, but we have this other room. And then it was fucking like a penthouse room.
What?
And it like faced the city.
Damn.
It was so fucking nice. Yeah? I was like, what? I felt like a vacation.
That's nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
I had some good hotels. I stayed in like Midtown a couple times.
Yeah.
Wherever the deals were.
That's where I was at. A lot of downtown Brooklyn for me.
Yeah.
It's so super close.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did some in Tribeca.
Way too many already.
It was only with one person.
This stopped being fun.
It was just in a relationship. We had nowhere to go. Too bad his wife was at home. Not his girlfriend was at home.
Were you paying for these?
Yeah, because he would pay for like the dates and I would pay for that. Or like vice versa. He would use it too.
Did you ever have to worry about his credit card statements? Like, did he ever have to worry about that?
Well, that's also why like I would do it and then he would give me the money for it.
The cash. Yeah. You were a little prosty, no?
Fuck off.
Oh, now the joke stopped. Fuck you. I don't know, listen, you're getting railed while looking at a great view of the city.
Oh, God.
But God forbid I suggest you were a hooker.
Wasn't a hooker.
Cross the line. No, you weren't. But you were.
Yeah.
But it is.
Yeah, but Hotel Tonight.
If you were a hooker, you'd be my little pretty woman.
Oh, thank you, babe. Thank you. Yeah.
I'd save you with all 60,000 of these dollars that I make on a good year. It's just what it is. I'd give you my spot pay.
Oh my God, so funny because me and Davey just talk about the Hotel Tonight thing. That's so funny.
Yeah.
But really great. Actually, are they still in business?
Yeah, they definitely still. There's no need for us to use it.
No, I'm just saying, like, if we go to another city.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, you have to.
Because you have to do it like the day of.
Last minute, like I would only do it in my city. I would never go if I had to Hotel Tonight going somewhere else. Man, that's bad. Yeah, I would want to have my stay figured out by the time I got to that city.
Yeah, that's true. You know I like never spent over $100 on that.
Yeah, like 120 tops.
Yeah.
120 tops. And then if I got the room for like 100 or like 80 with the promo code, let's go somewhere nice, baby. Let's spend $125.
That's so funny. Yeah, so you did it with multiple women.
Yeah.
You pig.
You're a pig.
It was one person.
So was mine. I was the one person. But the other people.
It's so funny because I remember we were on a train platform and you opened up your email and it was Hotel Tonight like stuff and I was like you used Hotel Tonight. I'm like I'm pissed.
Yeah.
And then you're like, how do you know about it? I was like, shut up! It's not about me.
I have a past. Yeah. And we also have no future because it's over. No. But yeah, that's funny. What the fuck question prompted us there?
I don't remember.
I'm a little lit. I'm not gonna lie.
I've been lit. Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna finish this.
I don't remember what that question was. Oh, I once broke up with a girl. I don't know what with the leftovers thing. Oh, I was gonna ask you if you ever left somebody and then like still were nice to them after, but you never did you?
Yes. Well, I didn't end it. I don't think I ended it. She might have ended it, or it might have ended because I couldn't meet her where she was at. It was my senior year of college and the year after. This girl that I dated for like a year. but we were never official. I really was really emotionally unavailable, and I feel really bad now looking back at it. But I don't care.
Yeah.
But
I was like, what are you gonna do? Contact her? I'll fucking kill you.
She's whatever. I don't give a fuck what she's doing. So yeah, we this is actually funny. We came to the point where she was like, I can't do this anymore. Blah blah blah. Like if you're not gonna take me seriously, let's not link up at all.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, bet, heard you. And then like the next week I hit her up to go to like get drinks and fuck. And she was like, "Are you not, what are you not understanding? Why are you hitting me up like nothing changed?" And I was like, "Oh shit, sorry."
Is it over?
Yeah, that's the end of it. So yeah, I definitely because I didn't end it, but I communicated very clearly that it wasn't going to be anything more than it was, and then I acted like that never happened.
Yeah,
which is a crazy thing to do.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I was big on like being, I felt bad that I ended things, so I would always,
try to be nice
about it, and then it's like you have to learn to just rip the Band-Aid off.
You have to, man,
because then that gives people false hope, and you don't ever want to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was big about like, we broke up and your birthday's in a month. Like, yeah, I'll spend it with you.
Yeah. For me, when my last relationship ended and I was getting dumped.
Yeah.
I was getting. It's hysterical. I'm getting dumped, and it's the night of this big hurricane that was in New York.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing what she's saying. She's like, I'm just not happy, and I think we need some time apart, and I don't know if this is where I see myself long term. I'm very unsure about us. And I'm listening, and I'm like, oh, we're breaking up.
Yeah.
You are breaking up with me. And she's trying very hard to be nice because she's obviously struggling.
Yeah.
Telling me something she knows I'm not going to want to hear.
Yeah.
Or nobody's going to want to hear.
It's super hard to break up with somebody.
And I can't imagine. That's one of the things as time has progressed why it's like, I'm like, oh, she didn't want to be mean.
Yeah. You
she
never want to be the villain.
Be with me. And that's fine.
Which is okay.
Yeah. So, but she's breaking up with me, and I'm starting, not freaking out. I'm just like,
you're realizing what's happening.
I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
This is terrible. She's like, no, don't be crazy. Of course you can still sleep over. I'm like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
This is not a safe space anymore. And she was trying to be so nice. And I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. And then like I went to the bathroom and I remember texting Jay. And I was like, bro, I think I just got dumped. What do I do? He's like, leave.
Yeah.
Put one foot in front of the other and get the fuck out of there. And then the hurricane shit hit my phone and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. It was just, it's really funny now that I think about it. But yeah, you don't have to be nice once. Like, I understand the wannabe because nobody wants to be the bad guy.
No.
But you're also not doing the person you're breaking up with any favors.
Oh my God, yeah. And then it's also just like, the guy would offer. I'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
I know your birthday's next week and I know we just broke up, but I feel.
Yo, she did the same shit because it was my dad's birthday.
Yeah.
She was like, I'll still come with you to that. I'm like, I don't fucking want you there. This is terrible. That's such
God, I wish I dated guys like you before because I'd be like, they would be like, well, I'll come with you. And I'm like, I don't want you.
God,
I can't tell you how many parties that like exes came to because I didn't have the heart to tell them I didn't want them to come.
That's a crazy thing because even though I was sad, and I don't know if this is a thing that I need to work out or if this is a positive thing, but I felt so, not disrespected, but like, I was like, oh, you don't want to be with me? That's it.
Yeah. It should be that way.
That's it. And it's not, it doesn't make you a bad person, but I'm not going to sit here and try to work something out with somebody that is telling me to my face they don't want to be with me.
Yeah.
To me, that's like, I'd be I would have to not respect myself at all.
Yeah.
So when she said that, like, she was just trying to be nice, and I do respect that, but I was like, no.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking not. What are you talking about? I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But yeah, you gotta rip that Band-Aid off. And you have to allow yourself to be the villain in somebody else's story.
You have to. You have to be okay with that. Something I've learned as I gotten older.
That's one of the things that it's such a big thought to have fucked somebody over.
Yeah.
But I think where we always go wrong, especially guys, because guys do, I feel like obviously women do it too. It's a human thing, but guys do it to women so much because they don't want to be a bad guy and they don't think women have the strength to handle hearing something they don't want to hear.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if I leave this bitch, she's not gonna be safe.
Yeah.
She's gonna, you gotta. These bitches are strong, bro.
No, and it's also I felt the same way. Anytime I break up with somebody, I'm like, oh my God, I feel so bad.
Gonna handle it.
He's not gonna handle this well. Yeah, but it is very hard when you have someone that's not like you.
Yeah.
Who, like my last relationship, I'm like, hey, you got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I guess I'll order a bed from my mom's house. I'm like waiting for him to be like, don't. And I'm like, yeah, I guess you should. You should have.
You didn't do that yet?
Yeah, literally. And like
I did this like a month ago. You just be out of here.
Literally, I was like, we broke up. It was like a night. Like at night.
Yeah.
And so he stayed here, but like on the couch.
That's crazy.
And then the next day he's like, not wanting to pack his shit and go.
No, man.
And I'm like, hey, I'm going to go to TJ Maxx. Have your shit packed when I get back. Yeah. And it's like, bro. You don't want to be an asshole, but you have to. And then I remember, I'll never forget I like brought weed. I went to TJ Maxx, smoked on my way there. I got to the store. I'm like, because I obviously felt sad, not about our relationship breaking up, but I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe
a big thing.
I'm 30 something and like alone and I got to start all over again and figure everything out. And I also knew that I had to make changes in my life. Like I was like, I have to dive into comedy. I have to do these things. And, but I was in TJ Maxx, was like picking out clothes and it just like hit me. And I was like, oh my God, like this is it. I don't have to think about this. Is like such a relief. And I was like in TJ Maxx like laughing. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to be, this is great.
That would absolutely break my heart.
Yeah.
If I saw the person breaking up with me dying.
Yeah. I was like having a great time. I got like new stuff for the apartment. I was like, this is like great. Yeah. And then he just didn't feel the same way.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like when somebody's telling you they don't want to be with you, why are you ever going to go somewhere you know for a fact and has been confirmed that you're not wanted?
It's insanity.
Like that, and it's not. You're not even being disrespectful to the other. You're disrespecting yourself.
Yeah,
my man. Do you have no? Not even my man. Person. Do you have no pride? Do you not think you bring anything of value?
Yeah.
Do you think the only place for you on this planet is somewhere where you're not valued?
Doesn't even want you here?
Are you fucking crazy?
Yeah.
Even at my brokest, my poorest, my saddest, I would never.
Yeah.
I would never.
You've never begged somebody to be with you?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, no, me either.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
No, not with you.
Yeah,
I'm just.
Good, yeah. Oh, you have?
I haven't begged. But yeah, I mean, I've like, not like a big thing. I was like, if someone said they didn't want to be with me, I'd be like, okay, fine. Like, but if you're having that conversation about figuring it out, you're like, but I'm the best.
Yeah, I know. No, and I definitely had those moments in our relationship when she was communicating like months before that. I'm like, no, I can do this.
Yeah.
Because in my head, she's saying what she's scared of, not what she can't tolerate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which is a subtle difference. Because I feel like if she's afraid of something, I can show you that this is not going to be a fear that will come true. But if you're saying you can't tolerate it, which is what you're saying at the end of a relationship, it's like, oh, there's nothing left to talk about.
To do. Yeah.
But I'll fight for something. But like, if you're telling me, yo, I don't want to do this anymore, the fight for me is done.
Yeah,
that's a big thing.
It should be theoretically.
I know, and it's all black. It's not black and white.
It's not black and white. Yeah,
for me, in theory,
it is a wild thing.
For me, in theory, hearing I don't want to do this with you anymore. For me, the person that I am now, I hope God, if you ever say that to me, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But like in my head, it computes like, oh, you're saying that's it.
Yeah,
I'm not going to sit here and try to convince anybody that I'm worth your time and your effort. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I wake up and I'm making that choice every single day. That this is what I want. And if you're telling me this is not what you want, I'm not gonna. Don't do me a fucking favor.
Yeah.
Don't do me a favor.
Yeah. It must be nice to have confidence and self-worth.
Yeah.
Sometimes you lack it a little bit.
I get it, but
oh my God, the worst is when you do that, and then like you're over the situation. And you're like, ew. I like told this person. For me, it was not like a relationship, but it was somebody who had a relationship, and it was like the very, very much like pick me kind of thing, and it's like then you move past and you're like, ew.
But I do respect.
I hate that I did that.
I know, but I do respect the courage it takes to put yourself out there, not knowing what you're gonna get.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't respect it at all. It's actually the worst. It's so pathetic.
I've actually never respected you less.
Yeah, it's really a nightmare.
No, I know.
It's really a nightmare.
It's like this actually has nothing to do with it, but we saw the tweet the other day. It's like just know every time you take her back, she was with that other guy asking for him to put it back in.
Yeah.
And then somebody else was like, no, begging.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just we've all done stuff.
Yeah,
it's tough. It's a tough life.
It is a tough life, but no, yeah. There's a line of an Adele song where she's like, "Stop asking me to stay," because she's like trying to break up with him, and it's. I remember hearing that and being like, "Oh my God, it is the worst when you're trying to be like, hey," because people act.
Hey,
you don't want to be. You don't want to be. When you're breaking up with somebody, even if you had a bad experience, like in my last relationship, I had a terrible experience, but I still wanted to like. I don't want to be an asshole.
Yeah.
And so you're trying to like figure out the best way to say everything and everything, and then they're like, "No, I want to stay," and it's like, "Oh my God, please don't make me have to say the things I don't want to say."
Yeah.
I don't want to tell you like, "Hey, it's never going to be you. Yeah, like this isn't fixable. Yeah. I've moved past this relationship while we were in it.
Yeah.
And you don't want to say that, and you're trying, and then they're like, please, and you're like, oh my God, please, you know, like it is, and Adele really puts it in her song when she says that it's stop asking me to stay. It's like, yeah, please.
I'm also a believer.
Don't make this harder on me. Don't make this harder on us.
Yeah. I'm also a believer in the way you handle somebody breaking up with you or telling you that it speaks a lot to your character. And if you actually do want to be with that person, the way that you handle it, if you're like, oh, all right, not like with no sadness, but if like, oh, okay, I hear you and I'm not going to push you. I know what I bring. I feel like that serves you better in the long run anyway, if you actually do want to be with that person, which you shouldn't, because they're telling you they don't want to be with you and you deserve better. Yeah. But you know, to me, I've never understood not the begging, but like the pleading mindset when somebody's telling you a big thing like that.
Yeah.
Because you're being selfish, which is another undesirable trait. You're not, because if you really care about this, oh, okay, bet. Like, I'm not going to make you do something you don't want to do.
Yeah.
And plus, I'm fucking up. Fuck you. Fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't even care if you regret it or not. I'm just not going to stay nowhere I'm not wanted, man.
Yeah, I feel that. But I feel I get a little bit of the other side, but it's like when someone's being like, "Hey, there's just no way," and you're like, "Yeah, but what if?" And it's like, "Hey, no more what ifs."
Yeah.
This is hard. This is hard enough.
Yeah, I remember the moment where, cause like the first time, like the first, we had to break up kind of twice.
Yeah, always. It's never just one conversation. Hard,
especially after time, you know. So we had the break conversation, and then we had the break up conversation. And I remember the point in the second conversation where I'm like, oh, you're mad at me for real.
Yeah.
There's resentment here. Not only do you not want to be with me, there's things about me that you hate.
Yeah.
Not that like I'm worth your hate or I've done something to you, but like you are very far over this.
Yeah.
And I remember, and that like feeling was always like, once I felt that, I was like, oh, I can rest knowing that this is not here anymore.
Yeah.
And once I felt that, I was like, oh, this is irreconcilable in this moment, at least, but this is not something we can get past.
Yeah.
This is the point of not, and she wasn't being disrespectful, but it was like, you don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
Oh, my fault. I wouldn't have even come back if I realized you didn't fuck with me like that.
Yeah, the thing that I think people have to understand about women, not all women obviously, but majority of women, is like, hey, if I'm breaking up with you in January of 2024, I've moved past this relationship in January of 2022.
Yeah.
I've been breaking up with you for 2 years in my head. I've moved past it. Yeah. Like, I can't... It's literally, I have a joke about it where I'm like, hey, this guy knew we weren't compatible 6 months in, and I stood with him for 3 years. And then I'm like...
Just kidding?
Just kidding, it was 5.
Yeah.
5 years. Yeah. If you're getting broken up with by a woman...
Know that by the time you're hearing about it...
Yeah, by the time you're hearing about
it's old news, buddy.
Yeah, she's already worked through it.
Yeah, she's already picked the person she's fucking next.
Yeah, she's already signed onto the dating apps. It's already about to happen.
Yeah, you're not getting dumped, you're getting laid off.
Yeah.
The decision to let you go has been made and your severance package has already been decided.
Yeah.
You're lucky if she even tells you in person, if she doesn't have a couple reps and a fucking Zoom call telling you.
Literally, she's just like, hey, we're not together anymore. And then all of a sudden, all these guys come in moving your shit out. And she's like, and I've hired these people. Thank you so much for your time.
Honestly, if you're getting dumped, just count yourself lucky that you didn't meet your replacement first. Because someone
checks in.
Because make no mistake, he exists. He's been chosen, and his dick, she knows what size it is already.
Yeah.
She's already accounted for how much her pussy's gonna hurt from the dick difference that she's getting from you and the next guy.
Yeah.
By the time you're getting broken up with, you've been dumped for years.
Oh my! I haven't been present in this relationship for 2 years. Yeah. It's women. We literally, if we're breaking up with you, we've moved. Our therapist knows about it. We've been.
Our therapist knows about it. Our friends know about it. Our mom knows about it.
Yeah.
The only person who doesn't know
is you.
It's you, big fella. All right, so I'm gonna need you to conduct yourself with some dignity.
Yeah.
Put all your things in a little box. Get the fuck out of here.
Because I got a date at 7 o'clock.
Because Tyrone is coming, and he's hung.
Yeah. And I know because he's been sending me pictures for months.
Yeah. He's been sending me pictures, and I've been sending his pictures to the group chat for some time now. I didn't fuck anybody, but I have been cheating.
Yeah. It's always so funny because it's like women, like, we'll be at 10 steps ahead. Like a guy will be like, yeah, but what if it's like, hey, buddy, I already thought about that. I already bought that scenario. 6 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all these things you're coming up with, I've already tried.
Any what if you can come up with, like, oh, what if I did
already
this?
Been worked through.
I've already thought through that. I've already considered that.
Yeah. It's just when a woman's breaking up with you, there's nothing left.
Yeah.
This
is not a wake up call.
Yeah.
This is you're already past late checkout.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
You're actually getting charged by the minute.
These are billable hours. Yeah.
Yeah. You're bugging.
I'm no longer here because I enjoy your company. Yeah. It's 100% what it is.
Yeah, fellas. If you get dumped, you
there's no shot.
There's no shot.
There's no shot.
Well, because the last thing a woman wants to do is tell you that she doesn't want to be with you. Because you could kill her.
It's literally the hardest thing for a woman to break up with somebody. Nobody. I mean, obviously not all women, but like most of the women.
Yeah.
It is hard to do that. You don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. We're also way more sensitive. So like we're sensitive to you, but it's like literally, there's never been a person I've broken up with that I wasn't 100% over. At 6 million% over, like while I was saying it.
Yeah.
And they're like, but what if? I'm like, I just want you to know, I actually hate you.
Yeah.
I hate you so much. And there's just nothing.
So fellas, if you feel distance building between you and your queen, and you feel like she's getting to a place where she might dump you, fuck somebody else. Fuck her first. Protect yourself. And fucking cheat on this woman.
I don't condone that, but you probably could, and she wouldn't care.
It's called, word to my homie, it's called an insurance body.
Yeah.
As soon as you get into the relationship, honestly, when things are going great, fuck somebody else just in case.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Try that.
Yeah. And then just walk around and wear chainmail like a knight from the medieval era, because if your girlfriend is any type of ethnic, she will stab you.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, man. You can't. If you get dumped, you are the last one to that party.
Oh, yeah. You're the only one that doesn't know.
Yeah.
You're the only... And it's... I also feel like men, a lot of times, they just play stupid.
Yeah.
Because it's also like... They're like, I didn't see this coming. It's like, well, I haven't fucked you in 8 months.
Yeah.
Why would you think... You know what I mean? Did you really think I had a cyst on my ovary? Did you really think that? That's a real thing I said.
Yeah, you had a cyst on your
and I was like, hey, I'm in pain.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you're an idiot. I haven't been to the gynecologist.
Yeah.
How do you think I have a cyst on my ovary?
Yo, fellas, every time, if you're in a really rocky relationship, every time you have an argument that doesn't end in a breakup, you just
check the box.
What you did is you survived a round of layoffs. Okay? Your position is calculated.
Yeah.
Your value is noted. Count yourself lucky if you didn't get broken up with.
Yeah.
So don't wait for her to tell you that it's done for you to step up. Every time you have an argument, if you don't kick it into maximum overdrive, you're gonna get let go, buddy.
Literally, yeah. Being in a relationship with a woman is like being in tech.
Yeah.
You just never know when the layers are coming. Things are going great, and then until they're not.
Yeah.
Then it's just like, hey, we gotta have a talk. Here's your pink slip.
Yeah. If motherfuckers at Google is getting laid off, you can get kicked out of an apartment, bro.
Yeah, lesbians show up to a date with a U-Haul, but dating a woman, if you're in a straight relationship, she's got that U-Haul ready for you to move the fuck out.
Yeah, there's a U-Haul outside either way.
Yeah, either way. Yeah, women won't think we love a U-Haul.
Either a bozo's leaving or a is coming.
Literally. Yeah. Actually, that's so funny. I remember literally, I don't know if I was still in my relationship or I just ended it, but I went to the Starbucks that we always go to, and there was like a butch lesbian working there. That was a word we can use.
Yeah, butch is good.
And she was flirting with me, and I just was flirting back.
Oh.
And I literally texted like Janice, Michelle, and Alyssa, and I was like, "What am I doing?" That's how like anyone but him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like at that point, it's like anyone but you.
Yeah.
There was like a time in not in my last relationship, for the one I was engaged in, and I remember like talking about it after, and I was like, we had stopped having sex forever, and I remember just being like, yeah, I'm so horny, and someone being like, just do, it's Old Faithful, just do that, and I was like, I would rather not have an orgasm than to have this man.
You could not pay me to fuck my fiance. Ew.
You want me to fuck the guy who I just said I would spend the rest of my life with? Disgusting.
Yeah, no thanks.
What do you think, I'm a loser? You think I have no options? Okay. People, there's a butch in Starbucks that's flirting with me. What do you think, I have no choice?
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I could just suffer. What the fuck are you talking about?
I could just suffer in silence. Okay. That's
like a real man. Woman. Yeah, man.
Literally.
So, guys, if you're listening to this podcast and you're a lesbian, just start doing your voodoo for me to fuck Sam over, because she is one breakup away from going full lesbian.
Yeah, honestly, it's just what it's gonna have to be. If it doesn't work out for me, I'm just going woman.
Yeah. Or if you're a butch, play your cards right, and you can third
fuck us both.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could fuck us both.
You. Yo, we've been going a little bit long because we didn't even talk about that much.
We didn't. No, but I think we started like at 15.
I don't think we did, but keep going. Let's fuck it. This is episode 30.
All right, let's do a couple more.
Do one or two more.
Okay. Oh, let's talk about this. We got this on our Google forms, which, guys, is always up. So you should go on our Google form. It's in the link in our bio and in Soft Launch's bio. And you can ask us questions, tell us something, and it's always really fun. We'll do it on our live show, and we'll do it here.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one was, they asked us a question: weirdest pickup line someone has ever told you.
Oh yeah, this is a good one. Do you have one that you want to talk about?
Just a quick one. It's super quick. It wasn't really a pickup line, but it is something someone said to me in the street once. I was walking, and this guy was trying to hit on me. I don't remember what he said, and I ignored him. And then he just screamed out so everybody could hear. He's like, "Ma, don't get it twisted. It's not your beauty, it's your booty." And I thought that was really funny. I started laughing. Yeah. And I stopped and I started laughing. I was like, that's good. Thank you. That was really funny. Yeah. Just called me ugly, but said I had a nice ass, and I took it. I was like, hey, I'll take a compliment wherever I can take it. You know, understand?
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. He screamed in the street, was a little embarrassed.
Yeah. Oh my God, stop.
Oh my God, stop. I'm like, really?
Yeah. You started poking it out a little bit when you walked.
I was like, you think I'm ugly but I have a nice ass? I love that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's how bad it is. That's how damn bad you were.
Yeah.
But my funniest pickup line, it actually happened recently at a show in 2024. And I thought I told you about it, but you said it didn't. So I'm
gonna hear it for the first time with you guys. Let's see how I take it.
So it was at the Grizzly Pear Sunday service midnight show, and I'm on stage and I'm doing a couple jokes. I open talking about my hair, and then in the middle of my set, unprompted, not related to anything I'm talking about, a girl in the audience yells out, "Oh man, boy, you look like Jesus, and you could bless this pussy."
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
I don't know. Whatever voice you just did made me think she was like an 85-year-old black woman.
She wasn't 85, but she was a black woman.
Was she hot?
No.
You wanted to bless her pussy.
Unfortunately, that's all been bleeped out, and now we're back. But yeah, it was funny as shit, and I mentioned you right away. I have the tape. I'll put it up on the Patreon if Samantha gets around to making it.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's.
If I got time.
Boy, you look like Jesus. You could bless this pussy.
And what did you say?
And I was like, because there was a whole table from Israel. There was a bunch of Israeli. I'm like, you said that in front of Jews. You said that. So now you're being debaucherous and sacrilegious. Everything is going bad. Yeah. And then I brought you up in the next joke.
And then you didn't tell her to go fuck herself?
Well, not on stage. Babe, I'm trying to have a good set.
We'll talk about it later.
You have guys that you've been hit on stage.
One time.
And
made me so uncomfortable.
Of course, but you didn't bring me up the next sentence because you're trying to have a good set.
I just acted like it didn't happen.
And I respect that. But this one happened.
What was that?
Just dropping shit because I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but yeah, it happened.
Yeah, what you did, you dropped the ball.
Stupid.
Yeah.
There's also like 9 people in the show.
Yeah.
So everybody heard it and I had to say something. And then I finished.
And then you fucked her in the bathroom. You son of a bitch.
You're such a dumb ass bitch. But
I'm lit.
Yeah. And I know. And me too. But this has been fun. But yeah, she said it and I couldn't not acknowledge it. Everybody heard it. And I talk about you every set. So you know what I'm saying? If a girl throws pussy at me, she's got to be sad for real. Not because I'm ugly, but I'm saying because like so much of my material is about you.
Oh yeah.
Anytime anytime women are being friendly after the show, it's usually when I've hosted and I didn't have time to talk about you.
Yeah.
Because I was doing crowd work. I'm like, oh, you please.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Oh, remember that girl at the show? That one time at the stand, she was super drunk and she went to the bathroom. She came back. She was like, I'm with my boyfriend, but if I wasn't, I would totally try to talk to you.
Yeah.
And
I do remember that.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah. Immediately.
Yeah.
She didn't even finish that sentence.
Yeah.
I was like, go back. Your stupid boyfriend.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not his fault.
Poor guy.
Poor guy.
But
Can you
to
imagine?
be fair, that's what
Can you imagine that me and you are out somewhere and I leave you at the table to go to the bathroom and I go to another guy? I'm like, hey, if I wasn't with this guy, I'd be with you. That's a crazy thing to do.
It is. But like we said, he's still with her and he's been dumped 8 months ago. He's not on his toes, and that's on him.
Yeah, that's honestly his fault.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
that's what it is. I think we've been going for a minute, and I've had a blast.
Me too.
And I don't have any more Like all the ones that I got were super weird. My dad just asked you, me, and Soft Launch each different submissions.
Good for your dad.
Shout out my dad working on our engagements. For mine, he was like, tell us about your father's impact in your lives and comedy career. For me, my dad has always been a funny guy.
Yeah.
He's a silly guy.
Your dad is very funny.
Yeah, he's funny. But for my life, watching him and my mom interact, I was like, oh, perfect. I know what not to do.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a funny
guy.
What
I love about your dad is he doesn't mind being the butt of the joke at all. He rolls with the punches in such a beautiful way because he's never mad.
Facts.
He literally will just laugh and keep going.
That's
like he doesn't.
Fact.
Yeah, he really can roll with it, and that makes it really fun. Like obviously, I don't make fun of him.
Yeah.
But like you and your sisters, you're pretty hard on him, and you guys give it to him, and he just is like happy to be there.
He's happy to be there, and I try to take that with me in every hang.
Yeah,
And you have to have that.
You have
to. In comedy, you have to have that. If the crowd turns on you, if somebody makes fun of you, you have to roll with it because sometimes the joke, whatever the joke is, everything is secondary to the joke. If the joke is on you, you got to give it.
Yeah.
You can't change your priorities because you're the butt of it. And
it's so true.
I thank you for putting it that way because I never
He's so good. He's so good at it. He is.
It's one of the things that makes everybody comfortable around him.
Yeah. It's the best. And I would say my dad for my thing is I mean in comedy I don't know, but it's people, I feel like comics talk a lot about how like their parents are like disappointed in them, and I really feel blessed that's not the case.
Same.
My parents are super supportive, and it also shows where my brothers are at in their lives because I'm like the kid that they're most proud of.
That's
and I'm
crazy.
making no money.
Yeah, you're getting supported by somebody who also doesn't make that much money.
Yeah. But no, my parents being on a show and seeing my dad there, and I'm telling like jokes about like I don't have the relationship with my parents, especially my dad, where I'm like, I fuck this guy, like that's not a thing. Yeah. But my dad's watching me on stage and I'm talking about insane things and he's just smiling. He's so excited.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite things was my mom when we were doing the competition, and it was the first time my mom ever heard you do the joke about like fucking me on the first date.
Oh yeah.
And I could hear her laugh the loudest in the room. And then like Cab and Paul were next to me. I was like, my mom's in the room after he said that. And they were like, is she okay? I'm like, she's the loudest laughing. And I'm watching her lose it.
Yeah.
She thinks it's so funny. And I'm like, she probably just thinks it's part of the bit.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
She doesn't believe his word.
Yeah.
Because she thinks she raised a church, God-fearing woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. But my dad also too, like when I'm telling jokes, he's so happy. Like I remember him hearing like the joke about like me going on a date with a porn star. And like about like sucking dick and stuff like that, and I joked because I was saying how bad I was. I was like, that's what my dad's most proud of is that I'm bad at sucking dick, and that's like funny. He was like losing it.
Yeah, your parents are great in the room, and I feel lucky that my parents are like
that
too.
Yeah.
Because sometimes even for you, I feel you get like, oh, I don't want to do this joke in front of my just because you're a more thoughtful person. Yeah. But my parents have always been so supportive of me. I never have that thought.
Yeah.
Never ever. I've made fun of my mom. I've made fun of my dad, both in front of them. And they're just the best about it.
Oh my God, yeah. And I also the first time I had to perform in front of your parents, I was so nervous.
And my godmother.
And your godmother, yeah.
Who's
I was
a pastor.
Like, yeah, I was like, I don't want to say anything, you know. I remember I hosted a show over the summer and your mom was there. I was on the patio. I didn't even look over there.
Yeah.
I talked to the whole crowd. She
loves it though.
And I was like, I'm not even gonna look over there because I just don't wanna, you know, like I don't know, it's like a respect thing. But like I feel really lucky that both sets of our parents are very supportive. Our whole family really.
Yeah. Shout out to our family. Shout out to everybody listening, and shout out to all of y'all for tuning in to episode 30 of Soft Launch. And most importantly, shout out to my baby Samantha. Brand new job, insurance on the way, fucking engagement ring on the way.
Yeah, keep asking.
Shut up, everybody. But that's been episode 30. It's been a blast.
It has.
We will be back, and please come out to the Soft Launch live show.
So much fun.
This Saturday, the 20th, 5 p.m. at the Stand. Samantha and I will both be there hosting, toasting, and having a
Yes, and if you come from the show, come up to us, talk to us before the show, after the show, whatever. We're always so thrilled to meet you guys.
And we got to give out, I got to shout out the leader of the launch pad, the Soft Day of the Week.
Yes, the Soft Day of the Week.
Shout out to my man, Andy Lopez. Shout out Andy Lopez. He has been super active in both of our comments and the Soft Launch page, and he started to listen. Hopefully, Andy, if you hear this, you're the fucking man.
We really
Thank you so much.
you.
And then shout out all of our regulars, everybody showing love. If you guys like it, please remember to like, subscribe, comment on the pod.
Yes.
Tell your fucking friends so we can fucking blow the fuck up.
Literally. Yeah. Share our clips. Anything helps. Any comments help. I don't care if it's just laughing faces. I don't care what it is. Just comment on our shit.
Yes, absolutely. And next time you see us, the first thing I will tell you guys is if me and Samantha go on to have sex right now, and I'm very excited to find out. And I have a lot of momentum, but we have to capitalize. So that's going to be the end of the episode. I've been JC Mendoza.
I'm Samantha Santos.
Peace.
Bye.